Hey there, Scrapper Names fans. Welcome back to another process video. Today I am doing another Amy's Arty Fun installment. It's my second art journal installment for my channel. And today I'm using the June Scrapping Clearly mood board challenge to guide my work. Now, as you can see, there's my lovely Delusions art journal. I'd already pre-stamped the circle bits at the back, the blue circle at the back. In my previous first page. I just had some leftover paint and was blobbing around with it. So what I did there was mixed a pinky coloured gelato with some impasto gel medium, which is a sort of smoother paste than texture paste. So I wanted to use that just to give it a gentle sort of texture to the background of the page. This stencil here is just one I picked up at one of our local, actually my mum picked up for me at one of our local $2 shop places here to us, and I just thought it was perfect. Now, the mood board fitted perfectly with the theme I wanted to go with for this page. Now, I am doing this page as a bit of art therapy. I've recently lost my mother-in-law, and as part of, I guess, the grief process for me, I wanted to do something a bit arty. She always liked my creative scrapbooking-y kind of stuff. So, yeah, now she was very much loved her gardens and things like that. So I wanted to go with a bit of a, that kind of garden-y type theme to the page as best as possible, and then slot it in with the mood board. It fitted in well. And I just wanted to play around with some techniques on my page as well to just give things a whirl. So as you can see, I did cut out pushing that gel medium through the stencil as well as the drawing process. So this is cut out a bit and edited a fair bit just because, you don't need to see everything in detail. You can tell what I'm doing. It's pretty obvious. So here I'm just using a background like a scripty font stamp with my Versamark ink just to pick up that finer detail of the script font. That's why, and I've stamped it a couple of times across the page. And then I'm using this Kaiser Craft leaf kind of flowery pattern as well to stamp across the page. Just elements of this represented her to me in my mind, so I don't know if anyone else has ever done that, used a bit of art therapy, I guess. So that's sort of what I'm going with here. Now, I wanted to try this technique because I've seen it done in other art journal things, and I don't know if it really worked well. In saying that, most of my stuff looking at my page now is still stuck down, and we're a few days after this was done. So I am just using a clear gel medium as a glue, almost, to stick my little elements of my page. Now, these pieces are just bits I found in my stash that I thought would go really well. That antique colour, again, with the background in this, you can't really see it. But those little torn pieces of paper have like a script font on them as well. And that's what I was going for, that sort of old and antique-y. She liked her antiques and things like that. So that's, to me, again, another element that represented who she was. So this is just some vellum that I had sitting around in my stash, and I really like the leaf pattern on it. And this was some of the last few pieces I had sitting down in my little scrap box. So I am just using that to add to the page. I think at some point come in and do glue. The vellum didn't stick as well with the gel medium. It seemed to make it curl. So I do get, as you can see here, some of my normal wet glue just to stick it all down. And I just found some just bits and pieces I had around that, I don't know, just I thought would go well. So there's a grey colour kind of buttons. There's some little grey flowers that I'm putting on here, like the grey-black colour. Again, it sits in with the colours of them, the pale wintry colours, I guess, of the mood board, I think is what was going for there. So just, what am I doing here? So I'm just having a look at some of my embellishment packs that I have, or ephemera packs, and I've just picked this one, which is an Aldi one I picked up the other week. It was just kicking about in one of their little middle aisles, so I just grabbed it and just used some little pieces from it, a little swan, and I'm not sure if there's anything else from this, but then I think the sticker pack I added a little heart or something to the bottom. So as you can see, it's all coming together, and as I said, I did take stuff out, just edit things out just because you don't need to see it all you can sort of see the page. It's pretty self-explanatory, really. So just sticking things down, making sure it's all happening. As I said in my this is the first time I've ever used an art journal. I wanted to extend my sort of arty creativity stuff and have a bit of a try. You know, I really like the mixed media, but I'm not always confident I'm doing it the right way or whatever. So I wanted this art journal just to have a play around and as a bit of it like this for now, a creative outlet when you can't really scrap because it's not really an event to me that could be scrapped. So it was just therapy. Now, I did jump on Pinterest to have a look at some quotes I wanted to add. Definitely wanted to add a quote. And this one's just a simple, you are forever and always in my heart. And I'm using the Nuvo script font pens that I brought a little while back just to try and journal that on there. And it worked really well. I didn't know how well it would go over the background, like the stamping and the gel medium and things like that. But it actually has gone really well. It hasn't bled, it hasn't run or anything like that. So I'm looking at the page now, and as I said, it's a few days since I've done this. It's all dried, it's all stuck down, nothing's falling out, so it all worked really well. So yeah, I'll just keep playing around and see how I go. Now, I wanted to incorporate some more of the pale pink from the mood board, so I did grab some very pale coloured bits of paper, pattern paper I had kicking about, and I'm just using my Kmart heart punch just to punch some hearts out and stick them on. Now, I don't make you sit there watching me punch them all out and stick them all on. You get the general gist after a couple. I think I edited it out. Could be wrong. No, I do. I do. You do sit through this, but yes, I do. Right, so I'm just adding some last few pieces here. As I said, I used 2 different types of the pale pattern paper. They're just old ones I had given to me. I think I picked up somewhere. I don't know what they are, who they're from or whatever, so I can't give you that information, unfortunately. Now, this video is quite short. As I said, you don't need to see like then. You didn't need to see me shake my Heidi shine. You didn't need to see me do the whole process. I did add a bit of gold. It wasn't on the mood board, but I just felt the page needed something sparkly. I don't know, something for some reason, and the gold Heidi shine was what called to me. I don't know. Now, you're going to see some close-ups. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comments below. Remember to hit the thumbs up if you like it, and stay tuned for some more arty fun art journal videos, as well as my regular scrapbooking videos as well. Thanks for watching, and I will see you again shortly. See you later.